Okay, hello everyone, welcome back. In this video, we are going to solve this problem in which a hexagonal pyramid of 25 mm edge of its base and 50 mm height rests on HP on one of its slant edges, with its axis appearing to make 45 degree with the VP. So here you can see the question is directly instead of saying it is resting on a corner or on one of its edge, it simply moved to the second condition in which it is given it is resting on HP on one of its slant edge. So for this, what we need is it should rest on one of its slant edge. So in this hexagonal pyramid, we have these six slant edges. This one C0, D0, E0, F0, A0, B0. So you can select any of the slant edge on which this is going to rest. So we need the edge here, slant edge, so that after rotation this is going to coincide with this one after rotation, either this one or this one. So the placement should be such that corner should stay on the either on the left or on the right, because this corner represent this here. You can see this slant as while when you place this corner on the right or on the left, so this here you will get the slant edge. If I rotate it by 90 degree, then you will have a edge here. So here you will get, instead of C dash, we will have C dash and D dash, and this point which have both the point C dash and D dash. It means if we connect this point from here to here, this line is not only representing the slant edge, but it is representing the slant face if I rotate it by 90 degree. So that is why we have placed this I've placed this hexagon in such a way so that this two corners are on the right or on the left. So now in the front view we will have this line which is the slant edge. D dash 0 dash D0 is the slant edge. So on the left you can see again the similar things, A0, which represent a slant edge. So if I rotate it on the right or on the left, so if I'm going to rotate it on the right, so this edge, slant edge G dash 0 dash, going to coincide with this reference line, which means this hexagonal pyramid resting on one of its slant edge. Or you can do the same thing while by rotating it on the left side. So either rotate it on the left side or in the right side. Just do one thing, while rotate it on the left side, this A dash 0 dash should coincide with this reference line. Or similar thing for this one, T dash 0 dash. So this is our first condition in which this is our hexagonal pyramid resting on is placed somewhat like this one, and this is our front view which is traced out from this top view. Now for the second condition, which is this hexagonal pyramid should rest on one of its slant edge. So what we have to do is just copy this thing and move it a bit. We just make a copy to the little right. Now you have to rotate it. I'm going to rotate it. In this question I'm going to make this hexagonal pyramid rest on this slant edge, which is 0 dash and D dash. So the simplest thing is I have to rotate it in such a way, so after rotation the 0 dash and D dash will coincide with this reference line. So the simplest thing is you can check the angle between these two lines, this reference line and this inclined slant edge. So just check the angle first, which is 16.6 degree. So I'm going to rotate it in the clockwise direction. So this will coincide with this one. So just select this thing first and rotate it about this point D here, and angle should be the rotation angle should be the angle between these two lines, this inclined one slant edge and this reference line, which is 116.6. So just going to rotate it by minus 116.6. So here you can see this line, this edge is exactly on this reference line. So now do one thing, just copy this thing and move this thing like this. Now in the figure you can see this construction, this reference line is visible, but that solid line is actually behind this one. So just going to do one thing, just make a copy of this first. Okay, now this is visible reference line becomes behind this. So now from this top view, so as per the question, we have rotated it in a such a way that this slant edge is resting on HP. So this pyramid, hexagonal pyramid is resting on one of its slant edge, T dash 0 dash. This is the slant edge. Now out of this front view, we have to trace out the top view. So this line represent here. This line represent the hexagonal face. So first I'm going with this 0 dash. Now from 0 dash draw a vertical line, and you know from here 0 is on the center line, so this point is going to become 0. Now we need to trace out hexagon from this straight line. First I'm going to trace out this D dash, and D is on this horizontal line, so this intersection point is D. Now what we need is A again, which is on the same horizontal line, so just draw a vertical line from A dash and again make it intersect with this line here. So this is going to become A. Now trace out the remaining points. So this C and E dash, both points are on the same line, same vertical line. So make a vertical line from this point. Now from C draw a horizontal line. So this is going to become point C. Now from the E again draw a horizontal line which will intersect with this line here. This point is nothing but E. Now what we need is we have to trace out this P and F. Again both points are on the same vertical line. Now B is on the same horizontal line, so what I'm gonna do, just extend this line up to this line. So this intersection point is B, and again do the same thing for this one, because F is on the same horizontal line, so just extend this line up to this vertical line. So this intersection point is F. Now just connect these points to make the hexagon. Also A. Okay. Just going to connect F with 0. Now change them to the main drawing first. After that we will remove these extra. After that we will remove these construction line. We do not want any more confusion, so just remove these construction line first. Okay, we have our points, select them and remove these lines first. Okay, now connect all the corners with the top point. This one here, 0, C. Again A and A are on the same horizontal line, so just make them in 2 segments, not a single line. Now this one. Now select all the edges and change them to the main drawing. Now just change them first. Now this is our top view. Now we have to make sure which edge is visible and which is invisible. So from, as you know, this edge, slant edge is touching the reference line. So yeah, this edge is directly on the bottom side, so this T dash 0 is going to be invisible. And again, while this is touching the reference line, these two edges which are connected through this point, here you can see D dash. Okay, this one here, yes, totally, this whole line is at the bottom side. So just going to change this to first hidden line. Now these two connecting edges. Okay. Okay. So this is directly at the bottom side. So this is not going to be visible from the top view. And again, these two edges are on the bottom side. So these three edges are not visible. Slant edges are not visible from the top view. We need one more edge here. This is A. This is on the top side. That is why this should be solid main drawing. This is actually visible. Now we need the midpoint of the hexagonal face. So draw a vertical line. So at this intersection, we will have this mid line. Just change it to the axis, and the center point is denoted by 0. So this is our top view. Now moving forward in our question, it is given its axis appearing to make 45-degree with VP, so which is the simplest part. Just copy this thing and move it here. Now rotate it by either by 45 or minus 45. Both conditions are correct. Just make sure one thing: this axis, the central axis, should be at 45 degree. As long as this axis is at 45 degree, your question is correct. Okay, whether you rotate in this way or the opposite way, it is correct as long as this angle is 45 degree. So from here, 0 degree, sorry, this 0, which is lying on this axis reference line. So this point here becomes our 0 dash. Again, t dash is on this reference line. So first I'm going to trace out this t. So this point is going to become d dash. Now, as we see here, this is C and E, which is on the same horizontal line. So draw the line here first. Now from E, create a vertical line. This point, this intersection will become E dash. Now again, start from C, create a vertical line. So here, this intersection point will become C dash. Now what we need next is these 2 points, B dash and F dash, which are on the same horizontal line. So start with point F, draw a vertical line. So here we will have F dash, and for B dash, go to the point B, draw a vertical line, again make it intersect with this horizontal line and mark it as B dash. Now what we need is this point A dash, which is a lone individual one, a lone ranger. Draw a horizontal line now from point A. Okay, so this intersection point will become A dash. Now connect these points to make this hexagonal face. First one is A. And connect this corner with this top point here. Now just change them to the main drawing layer so that we can remove this construction line. Just change it. Okay, now remove these lines to reduce this confusion. Okay. Now what we have to do, we need to connect these points. These are the slant edges. Okay, this one is left. So just convert them to the main drawing. Okay, now this is our front view. So while this is our top view, and from this top view we have traced out our front view. Now in the front view, now tell me which slant edge will be invisible. So if you see this thing from the front, from the downside, which means front here, so these three edges will be at the back side. These three slant edges. This is touching the bottom, the reference line. That is why it is going to be visible. And these three, which are at the back side, are going to become invisible. So I'm changing them to hidden layer. Okay. So this is our solution. Now we need the central line. So from here, now from this point here, so this is our intersection point. Connect this with the top point. So this line is our central axis. Remove these two intersection lines. Now name the central point as O dash. So this is our solution to this problem, in which you can see from the question you can read out from the solution you can read out the question, like this is a pentagonal pyramid which is resting on, you can assume that it is resting on this corner D or A. You can select any of the following, but here from this point you can see D is touching the reference line, so it is resting on D. Or when we move further to the second point, you can see here, instead of saying this is resting on corner D, you have to change the statement, because it is not resting on D, it is resting on this D dash 0 dash, which is the slant edge. So we have a pentagonal pyramid which is resting on HP on one of its slant edge, which is D dash 0 dash, and while resting on this slant edge, it is the axis makes an angle of 45 degree with the VP. So you can see here, from here D dash 0 dash is on the reference line, it means it is resting on HP, and here again D dash 0 dash is on the reference line. So this condition has not been changed. We have to keep this condition. It is resting on HP on one of its slant edge. Along with this, the axis makes an angle of 45 degree with the VP. So this is a solution to this problem. Okay, thank you.